Penetration testers know that with the right tools and a few seconds of physical access, most systems can be compromised. We've been developing these tools since 2005, and today we are introducing our latest, the Bash Bunny. All that and more this time on Hak5.
The Bash Bunny by Hak5 is the world's most advanced USB attack platform. It opens up attack surfaces that weren't possible before in one single device. Penetration testing attacks and IT automation tasks are delivered in seconds with the Bash Bunny. By emulating combinations of trusted USB devices like gigabit Ethernet, serial, flash storage, and keyboards, computers are tricked into divulging data, exfiltrating documents, installing backdoors, and many more exploits. It features a simple scripting language that you can write in any text editor, like Notepad. The growing collection of payloads are hosted in a single library, so finding the right attack is quick and easy. Setting up Bash Bunny attacks is just a matter of flipping the switch to arming mode and copying the payload file. It's the same as you would any ordinary flash drive. It's literally that convenient. Carrying multiple payloads and getting feedback on each attack is effortless. Slide the switch to your payload of choice, plug the Bash Bunny into the victim computer, and watch the multicolor LED. With a quad-core CPU and desktop-class SSD, it goes from plug to pwn in 7 seconds. Plus, the Bash Bunny is a full-featured Linux box with shell access from a dedicated serial console, so all of the penetration testing tools you've come to know and love are keystrokes away. With the Bash Bunny, compromising a system is as quick and easy as hopping on a box. Hello and welcome to Hak5. My name is Darren Kitchen.
My name is Shannon Morse.
It's your weekly dose of Technolust.
Did you like my glasses?
Yeah, those were good. Those were good.
Was that ridiculous?
Kind of. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for the party.
That was so fun.
I am so excited about this episode because we get to be announcing the latest addition to the Hak5 pentest arsenal.
Yay! Stay tuned for a very special announcement at the end of the show as well. BTW, if you're in the San Francisco Bay Area, make sure to join us tomorrow night for the Bash Bunny release party. The RSVP link is down in the description, so make sure to click on that and let us know if you will be able to make it. So you guys have been going nuts about this Bash Bunny thing ever since you got back from Lebanon.
Oh
right?
Man, yeah, I know, right? So we just teased it a couple of days ago, and we've been working on it since then.
So what's the deal with Lebanon, and what is the Bash Bunny?
It's weird how they kind of came together, but a few months ago I had an awesome opportunity to go on a pen testing engagement in the Middle East with Jason Street. I can't go into too many of the details, really. This is for a documentary that's on National Geographic channel, so it's called Cyber Terror.
Ooh.
Look out for that on May 2nd.
Okay.
Regardless, it was the intersection of terrifying and exhilarating.
What were you there to do?
So it was an information awareness campaign, kind of a security awareness thing for a high-profile bank. And it was following Jason Street and Khalil and I, and thankfully he did all the risky stuff. I had the relative safety of the van while he
I'm glad I still have a co-host.
Yeah, he was like walking into banks where there's like guards with guns and stuff.
Oh
and,
my goodness.
You know, I get to do some of the recon stuff and some of the Wi-Fi auditing with the Wi-Fi Pineapple.
Of course.
But, mostly from the safety of the van, and of course, then setting up the payloads, because let me tell you, like in this campaign, the rubber ducky was like the star. It was so successful, and mainly because not just is it a good payload, but Jason Street is fantastic at just walking into a joint and just like going up to an unlocked computer and totally, getting physical access and owning it.
Oh my goodness.
I have a clip I shouldn't have. We'll play it.
It's close now. Hello.
Wow, okay. I'm really glad that you blurred that out. I assume you're not supposed to really...
I don't know. Send your cease and
have that
desist to
footage?
Hak5, 548 Market Street, 39371, San Francisco, California, 94104. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, it was just stay tuned for the National Geographic documentary.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool. It's in May.
It's free advertisement for them.
Yeah, I think they're doing a thing at South by Southwest. Sad that I can't be there. But what it illustrates is how easy it is in many environments to just walk in and get physical access to a machine in 15 seconds to hop on a box.
Okay, so how does this new Bash Bunny play into this role?
So this was kind of the setup to like, while we were there, we were on this engagement, and then I get this call from Mubix. And Mubix was just like onto something big, some awesome security research. And you know, as we know, for instance, from the land turtle, you know, our favorite little guy over here, that we rarely find on modern machines. I mean, my Microsoft Surface here is a perfect example. Your Dell XPS 13, a great example that they don't
No
have.
Ethernet adapter.
No. So USB Ethernet adapters have been commonplace, hence the land turtle. And it's fantastic at the things we set out to do with it, which are mainly remote access and man-in-the-middle attacks. But as it turns out, and Mubix figured this out, it opens up so many amazing new attack vectors.
Oh, right. Yeah, we did a segment about that, the quick creds thing.
That's absolutely it. I mean, that was a fantastic attack because Mubix was able to take Responder and put it together with the land turtle in a novel, new, interesting way, literally snagging creds off of locked machines.
So cool.
It's an amazing module, and it was that call that was kind of the inspiration for the Bash Bunny.
Okay.
It kind of illustrates the things to come with it.
So you're telling me that the Bash Bunny is a Ethernet adapter, kind of like the land turtle then? Right?
Well, I mean, okay, the Bash Bunny enables an entire new suite of attacks, you could say, by emulating combinations of trusted devices. Remember, it's all about you know, violating that inherent trust. And yeah, as far as Ethernet's concerned, it's both of them.
Both? So there's two?
Yeah. That's okay, so I know now way more than that anyone should know about the esoteric differences and idiosyncrasies of USB Ethernet. But I'll give you the like. I
didn't even know there were different ones.
Here's the tiny rundown. Basically, in the world of USB Ethernet, you get two different standards. You get CDC Ether, which is from the USB Implementers Forum, so the people that actually make USB. And then you've got this thing from Microsoft, the proprietary thing called RNDIS.
Oh, I know what CDC stands for. That's the Center of Disease Control, the place that you either run away from or run to whenever the zombie apocalypse happens in a video game.
Yes. And that is where we are going to derail and talk about zombies. Within the CDC Ether device type, there's three different types from the USB Implementers Forum. The one that we care about is called ECM. It stands for Ethernet Control Model.
Okay.
What's important, the takeaway here is there's a
zombies.
Standard. No, it has nothing to do with zombies. I don't know if it's zombie compatible, but it's Linux compatible, Android compatible, Chrome OS compatible, Mac OS 10 compatible. I mean, basically everything that isn't Windows, ECM right out of the box, no drivers needed.
Well, what about Windows?
Well, that's why I said both Ethernet standards it does. RNDIS.
Oh, I see.
Microsoft's own proprietary thing.
It can do both.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It stands for Remote Network Driver Interface Specification.
Did you just go Southern?
I just did.
Did you just say specification? That's usually what I do. If you're ever wondering why I say janky stuff on the show, it's because I'm slightly Southern.
Yeah, and I'm bringing up the East Coast too, so I don't know what's going on here. But no, you're right. I don't know how to do a Seattle accent, but that's where Microsoft is from, and they've implemented this RNDIS standard. But here's the thing about it. RNDIS built into Windows 7 and above. So that is a massive attack surface that doesn't require drivers to install.
Okay, so what does this look like on the Bash Bunny?
All right, let's do a little demo.
Okay.
So I'm going to just plug this in here. And it's ridiculously simple to set up. I mean, if we have learned anything building these tools, we need to make it so that you spend more time making it do the thing and less time fiddling around. So basically, I'll walk you through the process of setting up a payload here on my computer.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and open up Notepad. And let's just bash. And we'll set LED R. So that's going to set our LED light on the Bash Bunny to red.
R for red.
Yay!
That's easy.
Attack mode, I'm going to make that RNDIS _ Ethernet. And then I'm going to go ahead and set the LED to red and green, which makes yellow. And I'm going to make it blink every 100 milliseconds.
Okay.
All right. Now, I'm going to source bunny helpers. The SH, we can come back to that. And from here, I can just issue nmap, tac-o, tac-tac, fuzzy, and then I'll do that against target IP, the variable, and I'm going to save the output of that to /root /udisk / a little bigger / let's see, nmap.txt, and then we'll sync and I'll set the LED to green.
Okay. Okay, so you have a whole payload there, but how do you actually get it onto the Bash Bunny?
Really simple. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit save. I'm going to choose my Bash Bunny down here, which is my E drive, and from its payloads folder,
You're running out of space, by the way.
I know, I need a bigger hard drive. I'm going to go to, I don't know, switch 1. And there's already a payload.txt in there, so I'm going to overwrite that. Yes.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Okay.
That was it. Now I can just unplug it.
That seemed pretty easy. So now it's just a flash drive.
Yeah, it's like everybody on YouTube and the Twitters knew, it's just a fancy flash drive with a switch.
So I now take it that now that you select this payload with a switch, then you plug it into a computer and it's going to run the attack, right?
That's basically it. Yeah, we'll build on this, but that switch at the top, this was arming mode. Now it's in position 1, and I can go ahead and, you know what, let me just go ahead and plug it into my machine and own it up.
Own your own box.
Right, and so let's take a look, because we'll see, based on those LEDs, what it's doing.
Okay.
So let's see, we've got green, so that's just it booting up.
Okay.
And now it goes into red, and that's it setting up the attack, switching over into RNDIS.
Okay.
It's blinking yellow, so it's actually performing that Nmap scan. And while it does that, take a look at this. So if I pull up my network adapters, you'll notice that I've got that new network adapter here. All right, we're gonna come back to that.
That's the Bash Bunny, isn't it?
Yep. I'm gonna wait for this to go ahead and finish. There we go, light goes green, trap is clean, right? I know. So let's take a look here since we still have this plugged in.
Okay.
This Ethernet device on my system, if I just do like a status on that, this is what's really cool. Not only is it gigabit, it's actually more. It's 2 gigabit per second, right? Notice that? And it did this without any drivers, and what's really cool is between that and the fact that it's running an authoritative DHCP server, what's happening is the Bash Bunny, my computer becomes a client to it, and it becomes a network adapter that has the lowest metric on the system.
Oh my gosh.
Which means that now it becomes like the default gateway for this machine.
So it's man in the middling it.
Yeah, basically, it gets an IP address from the bunny, and now we can attack it just like we would any other machine on the network. It's just we brought our own network. It's
right, of course.
Yeah. In fact, I don't know. I'm kind of calling it a bring your own network attack or a pocket network attack, because it's kind of like stub routing in a way. It's a little network in your pocket.
Okay, so in this case, Darren's just using an Nmap to Nmap the machine, but how do we see how it's actually collected?
Okay, so those log files, you notice that at the very beginning of my little payload there, I did that attack mode command, and that specifies what kind of device type or combination of device types that I want to use.
Okay.
So in this case, we set the Bash Bunny to do RNDIS Ethernet. Similarly, we could just switch it over to, for instance, storage. If we were doing the same attack on a Mac or a Linux box, we would do ECM Ethernet, obviously we've covered that. But regardless, switching over to storage is really simple. So let's go ahead and just unplug this, switch it back to arming mode and plug it back in.
Okay.
And just as before, it's going to show up as my E drive or whatever drive Windows wants to give it. And boom, there we go. Now my Bash Bunny is both storage and serial. So if I come over to right here and go to Bash Bunny, hey, nmap.txt, which wasn't there before, and now, I have the output of my nmap scan from, there you go. I mean, it's that simple. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna make you back it up a little bit. You mentioned serial.
I'm really excited about this. Yes. Okay, you know me, I love Linux, and this is a complete Linux box under the hood.
Nice.
So let me show you here, because I'm gonna fire up Putty. Cool. I love Putty. Basically, in fact, I've already saved this in here, I'll load, but COM8 is what it registers as on my machine. If you go to your device manager, I think that's M, you're gonna notice on your Windows system what the actual COM port is on mine, ports, it's COM8, right? Because I've plugged in a bunch of Arduinos and stuff.
Right.
But on yours, it might be COM2 or 3. The speed is 11.5200. This is very similar to you would any other serial device, kind of like the Wi-Fi Pineapple Tetra. So if you're on a Linux box, it'll show up as /dev/tty, whatever. Anyway, point is, very excited. Now all I have to do is hit open. Now I've got Putty. Hey, let me log in as root.
Nice, that's so cool.
Default password, and boom, ASCII art.
Adorable.
Right?
Of course there's ASCII art.
Of course there's ASCII art.
How could there not be?
But moreover, this is a full-on Linux box, right? I mean, I can
so cool.
do everything that you would on a normal system. And it's Debian too. So get this, apt-get install whatever you want. Internet connection sharing, same as you would on a Wi-Fi Pineapple. So since my machine has Wi-Fi, I just share it to the Bash Bunny.
Do you mean that I can lolcat the Bash Bunny?
You could apt-get install lolcat, or
That's
lolcode
awesome.
or whatever it is. Yeah.
Law code, yeah. Dude, okay, that's cool. Okay, so now that we have seen a simple hello world payload, that's going to nmap the victim. I want to see some good stuff, because we've done M mapping before.
Okay, so I've just got it in the arming mode. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna minimize this, and in one of my, not the loot folder, Darren, one of my payloads. Let's see. In my payloads folder under the library, one of my favorites right now is obviously quick creds, because I feel like it really emphasizes a lot of the cool stuff to come. Let me close a few more of those. There we go. That's a clean desktop, yeah. So, with any payload, we've got a little README that kind of explains the way that this is supposed to work. So this is quick creds for the bunny. It explains, some of the notes about usage and the requirements and, the status. So the different blink codes, like, what it means if the white LED is blinking or red, or, if red is blinking or amber or green, whatever. We can actually take a look at the payload. It's pretty dead simple. I'll go over some of it. Essentially, for the majority of these, you'll just maybe need to change a variable or two at the very top. So these are the responder options that it's going to do.
Okay.
So you just open up the payload, change those if you want. And if you wanted to save it somewhere else, put in this. But essentially, you should be able to just drag and drop and go.
So we've shown the quick creds with the USB LAN, the LAN turtle before. So how does this one differ?
Well, first of all, the attack is set up just using, it's like an ARM Linux box, so it's fast, right? It's quad-core 1.6 gig with an 8 gig SSD, like a desktop style SSD, so it's really fast. But it's not even just that performance, it's the fact that between the 2 gigabit per second Ethernet, it being like RNDIS and authoritative DHCP, getting that low metric, it's gonna make it basically the default route, and it ridiculously good at getting creds in that case. So huge props to Mubix on this. We could spend, we probably will spend another episode diving more into the actual bash in this, because look at this. We've got all of these awesome conditions that we can set up where I can check dependency, and if we're missing a dependency, I can blink the LED white and then exit, or I can come down here and check the target IP, and if we did get an IP address from the target, we can do different things. So it's stupid simple, and I'll be getting into that in more depth. The other payload that I'm loving is from, not just Mubix is doing some awesome stuff with this, Seb from the Wi-Fi Pineapple is doing some awesome stuff with this.
Really?
Yeah, so there's this captive portal that I'm just absolutely loving this. Here's the captive portal.
Is that like Evil Portal on the Wi-Fi Pineapple?
You know what, it very much is.
Dude.
If you're familiar with
that's so cool.
captive portal on Wi-Fi networks, right?
Yeah.
So your computer, you join
like hotels,
airports, cafes, and then a page automatically pops up, right? Because your computer notices, oh, I don't have internet access.
And it's
yet.
agree to our terms, and then you can connect.
Yeah, or pay us some money or whatever have you.
Yeah.
Well, what's really cool about these captive portals is that they happen automatically. No user intervention is necessary.
True.
And it doesn't matter the fact that it's a Wi-Fi network or a USB Ethernet network, it's still a network on the system.
Right.
So the computer is going to be like, oh, I see that a captive portal is necessary here because of all the DNS spoofing that we're doing.
That's cool.
And so it'll fire up, on a Mac, Safari just pops up. And on a Windows box, Edge just pops up, or whatever your default browser is.
Wow.
So, yeah, there's insane pwnage potential there.
Okay, that's really fun.
Yeah, we're only scratching the surface, people are porting Poison Tap to this. There's so many awesome opportunities. I'm ridiculously excited to say the least.
Okay, so you're saying that just by plugging in the Bash Bunny, the victim computer is going to load whatever web page that you have in the payload.
Yeah, so this right here, this is the payload.
Just that.
I can change these fields, these
That's
input
so
fields,
evil.
username and password, but I'm just going to leave it at the default because Seb's done a great job on this. If we actually look at the portal HTML, it's just, hey, captive portal. I'm going to change this to say, I don't know, I like bunnies, right?
Yeah.
Save that. I'm going to go ahead and copy all of this, and I'm going to put it in switch 1, I guess. So just delete that. Paste. Hey, it's just copying files, right?
Yeah.
Now I just unplug my Bash Bunny, switch it over to number 1. Yep, and then Putty complains because I unplugged it.
Right.
But I just plugged the Bash Bunny into this machine and wait just a moment, because as soon as it recognizes that it's a new Ethernet device, and it tries to go to go.microsoft.com, and there we go. I like bunnies, and that's
bunnies.
without any user intervention.
That's so cute.
And if I actually gave it like a username and password, it would save it to a text file in the thing.
That's cool. Okay, so I know we are going long and there's going to be a ton of development to come to this brand new Bash Bunny tool. Anything in particular that we should be looking out for?
Oh my gosh, so much. I mean, we've learned so many lessons from building all of these tools over the years, from the Wi-Fi Pineapple, the USB Rubber Ducky, the Land Turtle, and I really just wanted to make it as easy as possible. Hence that ridiculously simple scripting language, Bunny script, if you will.
It looks kind of like a weird combo of Ducky script and Bash.
It's Bash, hence the Bash and Bash Bunny, but we've also added a lot of awesome commands to it in kind of the same sense of Ducky script, and I love the cute little, you know, the cute little hammer.
It's so cute.
Right? So yeah, there's that, and also, you know, it'll even accept Ducky script. So you could actually take the wealth of already existing USB Rubber Ducky payloads and just port those to these right out of the box. And we are keen on seeing that huge payload library grow. So we've set up a centralized repository so anyone can contribute to those.
Yay. So wait, that means that it can take Ducky script. Do you mean inject.bins?
No. So
no? Okay.
Unlike the Ducky, you don't actually have to convert it first. You can literally just take your Ducky script text file. I'll show you an example.
Oh, so you don't even have to.
No.
Really?
So you could do like,
That's
here, let me
cool.
open Notepad again. I'll do, say, attack mode, hid, and then I could literally do quack my script.txt, and then it will go ahead and show up as a keyboard and execute the scripts just like a Ducky would.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
Wait, how? So you just stick it in attack mode.
Yeah, why not?
And
I mean,
it
here.
it does the thing.
Yeah, here, watch this. Just like Twin Duck or whatever, you just do hid, attack mode hid, storage. And now it's both hid and storage. It'll type whatever you want from that text file.
Got it.
And the storage on this is like 100 times faster than the other one because it's not emulating USB 1.1. So it's fast for exfiltration, and you've got lots of gigs there.
So are you worried that this is going to make the Ducky obsolete?
No, because they're two different animals completely. I mean, the Bash Bunny is more of a general purpose tool, and it was one of those thoughts where it's like, well, we can make it type, so why not?
Definitely not as small.
No,
as
it
the Rubber
doesn't.
Ducky.
Well, first of all, it doesn't execute as fast, so it does have to have that 7 seconds to boot before it's actually going to do anything. And we're going to try to speed that up as much as possible. But it also doesn't have that covert case where you can get them to plug it in, you know, thinking it's just a regular thumb drive. So it doesn't replace it in any regards. However, it was trivial to just say like, hey, let's add that functionality, because with the combinations, you can do insane stuff. Like if you wanted to get really fancy, I could just do attack mode, I don't know, hid, storage, ECM underscore, oops, has to be in caps, ECM, caps lock for cool, Ethernet. Yeah. And now what's ridiculous about this is you're both a keyboard, your storage, and your network adapter. You could you could do things like, I don't know, enumerate the OS fingerprint of the target, and then based on what it does, then you can actually put conditional logic because you've got the entire power of Bash. So you could say like halfway through your script, you're like, okay, so I do these things, and then issue another attack mode command. It'll actually re-register the device on the system as whatever you want. So you could start out as network, you could do an OS fingerprint, then you could switch to hidden storage. Then you could switch over to serial. I mean, dude, exfiltration by serial, right? That is an attack vector I don't think anybody's been thinking about. I don't think anyone has locked down serial in that regard.
I don't think so.
Oh, so it just goes on and on.
It really shows how much work you've really put into this.
I'm super proud of this.
Yeah.
Like really proud of this. I feel like it's very polished for where it is, like as fast as we were able to bring this out, and I'm just really excited about all of the potential for creativity from the community, and seeing how we've been able to foster communities with the Land Turtle and the Wi-Fi Pineapple and the USB Rubber Ducky. I'm just very excited about this because I tried to make it exactly what I want, because I think it's what you guys would want too. So there's a lot of little conveniences, that dedicated serial access to the command prompt, right? Because like, dude, it's a Linux box, right? Or the little RGB LED so you can see the status of it, or the payload selection switch. I mean, there's even like a little thing on the back here so you can put it on your keychain.
Oh, that's adorable.
I know, right? Or you could put a little cell phone charm on it.
Well,
you could have a little Sailor Moon charm on yours.
Thank you for bringing this to us. Congratulations.
Thank you. ridiculously excited.
I think you are seriously arming like the penetration testers out there like to the teeth with Hak5 field kit awesomeness.
Oh, I'm just having so much fun because honestly, building this stuff reminds me of like when I was just a little phone freak kid starting out, and I was like building beige boxes and red boxes. And I mean, in all honesty, it's the reason why this is in red packaging. You know, like all of our colored
That's
little
why we're
boxes
going for the
in
rainbow.
But hey, we got RGB now, right?
That's true.
And actually, there's more to come. But I'm just ridiculously excited that we can serve the InfoSec community not only with this podcast, but with the awesome tools. Thank you for allowing us to do this.
Absolutely.
One other exciting thing, you know, this is like in the works, and I'm so excited about this because that works.
Oh.
It's called stub routing, so the traffic comes in from the clients to here, and then it goes to here, and then it comes back to there, and now you've got like all of that horsepower.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is like part of a project that we've been working on called the core, the pineapple core.
Here, give me that.
Cute play on words.
Yes. We're done with the Tetra for now.
So core mode.
Okay, so I know that you could go on and on, but we really, really need to take a break and wrap up the show. But stay tuned because we do have a special announcement just after this.
Here, plug this in to your Linux box.
No.
Please. When you have awesome ideas and you want to bring them to the internet, please do what Shannon and I do, which is to head over to domain.com. They have this ridiculously simple domain discovery system that makes it easy to find the perfect domain just for you. Their checkout process couldn't be easier, and your website will be up and online in no time flat. And we mentioned this because domain.com, they've been supporting us for years. They're huge fans of the show, and they want to hook you guys up with a special coupon code just for you. It's HAK5, and it gets you 20% off your next domain. So go over there and support the show. And if you can, tweet them at domain.com and say, hey, thanks for supporting Hak5. When you think domain names, think domain.com.
Before we go, I want to give you a quick reminder that we are having a big bunny bash. See what I did there?
Oh, I'm supposed to be the one that does the dad jokes on this show.
It's so cheesy. Okay, so we're doing a big beer and gear launch event in Point Richmond. It's in the San Francisco Bay Area. Tomorrow night, we will be live streaming some of it if you cannot make it. And there's also an RSVP link down in the description. I hope to see you guys all there. Make sure to sign up if you do intend to go.
Yes. Also, as we are kicking off this brand new attack platform, I really want to spur development. And so for that, I was thinking about we should probably do like payload prizes, like kind of like what we did for the Watch Dogs campaign in December. That was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Okay, payload prizes.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
I don't know. I was just thinking, you know what we should do over the next month? Why don't we do this? Okay, over the next month, we will pick our favorite payloads that are submitted to the library, and we will feature them on the show, and then give everybody that submits and gets featured like $100 gift certificates to the Hack Shop, and we'll do like a massive $1,000 prize of like amazing hacker gear for the grand prize. We'll have to announce that because the way we record, that'll be like first week of April or something. I don't know.
Yeah, most likely.
That should do it. Because I just really want to like see like what kind of crazy creativity people can come up with.
How do people enter?
Well, you will need a Bash Bunny, obviously. So get one, grab yourself the documentation, get into the scripting language. I mean, a lot of it's Bash, but there's so many cool functions there, especially with the bunny helpers. I mean, I can barely scratch the surface in this episode. There's so much cool stuff. But yeah, basically submit those to the GitHub repository of the Hak5 Bash Bunny payloads. The library is up on GitHub. And
we'll put that link down below as well.
Yeah, we'll just pick our favorites. And you know what? And I'll be doing some developer hangouts as well because I'm just really excited to just like hang out on IRC, get on Google Hangouts or whatever have you, and kick it because
I'm excited about this.
Possibilities. I know.
Well, thank you everybody for all of your support and letting us live our dreams doing this podcasting thing. I know it's crazy and sometimes we make long episodes. Really appreciate everybody that sticks around and watches all the episodes. And thank you for supporting us with all these awesome tools too. It's been so rewarding to be able to do this kind of stuff. And of course, you can always support the show directly by heading over to hakshop.com and also the new webpage for this, which is bashbunny.com for even more details on the new tool.
Oh yeah. Good stuff in there. Hey, and stay tuned for some more Hack Across the Planet announcements next week. It's going to be good fun, especially if you're in Southeast Asia. Hackacrosstheplanet.com.
Yep. And feedback at hak5.org is where you can contact us directly, or you can also comment below. Be nice in the comments.
Yes, with that, I'm Darren Kitchen.
I'm Shannon Morse.
Trust your techno-lust. No, seriously, plug it in. No, this one's good. It's good. You'll like it. You'll like it.
Can I just put it on non-attack mode?
And now it's no fun.